Welcome everybody back to another episode of Deep South Trucking. I'm Tim Schmidt. So we're still in Raton, New Mexico. When we met up last, I dropped off the load, and that was it. So I went down the road a little bit to the coastal mining. I rested. So now we're gonna jump into the freight market. We're gonna pick a load. Gonna try and keep it kind of short today, just because I don't want to make this a couple-part episode. Just because I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to record, or how often I'm going to be able to record, as I've mentioned previously. So I'm going to jump in there, I'm going to find a load. I'm going to keep it to about 8 hours in game time, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're back. As you can see, it's now nighttime. It was daytime when I had started this episode. I had to make some adjustments to find a shorter load because I have my load length set to long, because I like doing long loads, but because I'm looking for something more shorter, I had to set it so I can find shorter loads. Oh, look at that, that's a nice train. So I can find a little bit shorter loads so I can do this episode. So that's why it's, now nighttime. It's what, 21:22. But it's about a 5-hour trip. We're picking up a condensator and taking it to Gallop, I believe. Whoops, I thought the arms were all the way up. And I've heard of issues when the arms are all the way up, it takes a second for those invisible barriers to kind of disappear, so that way you can drive through. I've heard a few people talking about that. So I don't know if that's the issue, or if I just got a little jumpy trying to get out and get this load. This condensator that we are picking up is one of those loads that I was talking about last episode. It's with that heavy haul mod that I had picked up, that like special heavy haul. Hopefully we don't have too many issues with it. Hopefully I can just get it and get down the road. That would be nice, but we'll see what happens. I honestly have no idea what mod is on to have that trailer skin. Okay, and AI is just gonna freak the fuck out. I need to look at my mods because I took the only trailer skins I had on off, I thought. I still have the utility 3000R reefer, and so maybe it has default skins like that, and that's what we're seeing. Which, now come to think about it, that's probably it. I thought that it would have, the game's skin, not so much like its own skins that came with the trailers. So it's kind of neat that it has, skins that come with it. Oh, and I completely missed my turn. See what I get for talking and driving? So, we're right around the corner. We'll pick this up and we'll get out. Alright, so we're pulling in the yard now. You can see part of the condensator right there. There it is. Fairly big, not too big. Shouldn't have too much of a problem with this load. There's another one of the trailers that I was telling, one of the other loads I was telling you about. That gray thing right there. I don't know what it is. But we shouldn't have too much of an issue with pulling this condensator, unless there's like some stupid invisible barriers that stick out past where the load is at on the trailer. But hopefully we don't have that issue. Hopefully we can just hook right up and get on going down the road. Alright, helps if I put it in drive. Get out here and get on the road. Alright, so we got the trailer out of the yard, no issues. So far it's doing just fine. All the wheels on the trailer actually kind of move. I've never seen that before, so I think that's pretty neat. Truck seems to be pulling the trailer just fine. Not really having any issues with that. I think it's a pretty steep hill, and this is a heavy load, so maybe I'll eat my words here as it revs all the way up to 2,500 RPMs. I think that just comes with it running automatic versus where if I was in manual, I can kind of control that RPM flux really a lot better. But like I said, I don't like the sequential, having to essentially double or triple tap each gear just to get it into the gear that I want it. It'd be different if I had like an 18 speed shifter, then I could do it. It wouldn't be as monotonous or as repetitive, I guess. It would be a lot easier. So yeah, this load is going to Gallop. It's about a 5-hour trip. There's a rest stop up here down the road, which we can stop at and get some diesel. I won't be at my half tank like I like to be, but this is a rest stop that I haven't been to yet, so I'd kind of like to see it and kind of show you guys just another part of New Mexico. I really didn't want to do another night run, but like I said, with the way the trailers are all set up, or how I had to get the trailer, it kind of just worked that way. What I was actually initially trying to do was a digger to Dallas because I wanted to see Texas. But then I realized when I had started getting on the road that I had forgot I hadn't slept yet. So I had to rest, and of course that load was gone because the loads are only up for X amount of time. I don't know how long the game sets them up for. I haven't ever really paid that much attention to it. But it was gone by the time that I had got stopped and got rested. So I really want to see Texas and see the changes that have been made to it, and it was only about an 8-hour load in game. So I thought that would have been fun to do, but we'll make our way there eventually. So headed up to the Pedro, which I guess is supposed to be like a Petro. It looks like a giant truck stop. Okay, one way. Okay, so we are going the right way. It does have a scale, which we don't really need to weigh ourselves. I could if I wanted to. I think I've weighed myself on one of those scales like one time, but there's really no reason to. I've never found a reason to jump on one of those scales. They're just kind of there, more or less. It would be nice. I mean, maybe if I knew a little bit more about trucking, maybe there is a reason for them, but I don't. I do know that like truck stops do have those, and when there's a truck stop up the road from me, and I always hear drivers talk about jumping on the scale. So I don't know if maybe maybe it doesn't work in game, but in real life, maybe they jump on that scale to kind of bypass the inspection points. Uh-oh, are we gonna hit? I think we're gonna hit. We'll see. That looks really good though. I like the outside of this truck. Yep, we're gonna hit. Alright, so we're gonna have to back out, which is not an issue. Thankfully this entire trailer moves. It's all one jointed, it's not like double or triple jointed. I don't know how much room I have back there, to be completely honest with you. Let's go out and look. Alright, it looks like I have a little bit of room. It's hard to tell because it's nighttime. And if we hit something and we stop, well then we know we can't go back any further. But I think this will work. I should have turned on my hazards when I was backing up. I'm not too good at that yet. I'm still working on that, so bear with me as I perfect my trucking skills. I mean, I've got the driving part down, now it's the other stuff that I'm not great at. I'm totally going in the wrong way too. but shh, don't tell anybody. It'll be okay. Honestly, I don't know if there's even another way to come out of there. Oh, maybe right there. Maybe that's where I should have came out of. But oh well, screw it. We're out. We didn't get a ticket. We didn't cause an accident. We're fine. Get on the road. Get down to Gallop. So I hope everybody's having a great week. Hope you had a great week. I hope you're gonna have a great weekend. I'm gonna try and get this video out sometime this weekend. I got new editing software on my iPad, so I'm trying to figure out how to get my videos onto my iPad to edit them. And no, it's not as simple as just putting them through iTunes. I need to find a way to get it to my camera roll for me to be able to do that. But I think I'm getting it figured out. I know there's a couple of different applications that can do it. There is one app that I can use that I can move them, but it puts a watermark on it, and I don't want to put a watermark on my videos. And to buy the software, the application without the watermark is, $2, but I really ain't got $2 right now. At least not to spend on that. If I got $2, it's going to places. Wow, this must be a heavy load. I've never ever seen a truck essentially struggle like this. So maybe we shouldn't take this trailer too fast. Maybe 55, 60 at most, just to, if it's taking a while like this to get up, yeah, we should probably kind of keep it slow, so we're not flipping this trailer. So there's one that has watermarks on it. I really don't want to put a watermark in my video. My intro's already got a watermark on it, and eventually I will buy the intro where I don't have the watermark on it. But I can deal with the intro having a watermark, but my actual videos themselves, I don't want a watermark on. I think that is so stupid. And if the creator of the app's listening to me right now, your app is stupid. You shouldn't put a watermark on a video to move it. You're already getting money from the ads that you put in, and now you're going to charge even more to get that watermark removed. It's retarded. But the app it looks like it would work really well. So I'm going to try and find a way around using that app. I have one now that I'm working on. I have one that I'm working on that I'm trying to use now. My big issue right now is when I bought my iPad, I didn't intend to use it for my videos. I had bought it for my job. So I was like, 64 gigabyte, that'll be fine. It's not gonna be a play iPad. It's gonna be a work iPad, and I don't really need that much room for work. Also, I didn't feel like ordering the iPad and waiting. Verizon had the one that I have now in stock, so I was like, screw it, just take it. It'll be fine. We'll get away with 64 gigs. So now I'm like, well, shit. 16 gigabyte video, that's huge on a 64 gig iPad. So I'm trying to figure out, like I said, I have one app, but it's not letting me because it's saying that it's full, but I know it's not full. I still have 20 gigs left, but at the same time, having that 16 gigabyte video on there is just a lot, so I'll find a way to move it. I know there's ways. If I just absolutely can't do it, and I don't want to use that app that I was just talking about, I can still use the editing software I have on my computer, which I don't like it as much. This editing software that I have on my iPad is actually more an application, I would say. Software, I guess, is kind of the same thing these days. But I could do a little bit more with it, and that's kind of what I'm wanting, is something that I can do more with. So, I'll keep playing with it, but I do have, the video that I recorded the other day. I have that one I need to do, and then this one I'll need to do again. I'm trying to get both those out this weekend, but we'll see what happens. I want to see how much I can weigh. So this is 132,000 pounds. Wow. It's a big load. I bet we're grossing about 170,000 pounds, if I had to guess. If we go by one of those truck stops with the scales, we might jump on it and see. I'm curious as to how much we weigh altogether. That would be an interesting thing to find out. In fact, I can look here and see if we're going to be crossing one. Alright, so I checked. There's one just outside of Albuquerque, between Albuquerque and Gallop, where we'll be dropping off. So we'll hit that. I'm really curious to see. Excuse me. I'm really curious to see is what we're grossing. I'm betting right around 175,000 pounds, maybe more. So, and like I said, this isn't too long of a trip. We're right outside of Santa Fe. Once we get into Santa Fe, we probably got about an hour or so game time, maybe 2 hours at most, to Albuquerque, and then from Albuquerque off to Gallop. Like I said, this is just a real short, quick run that I wanted to do. Also, I love this truck and the way it looks, which I say that about every single truck I own. I don't know, just something about this way I've set up this 389 I really like. And so I was hoping to get to record last night, just I couldn't get to it. I got an opportunity to do it today. Wife's in school. I'm supposed to be packing and getting ready to go on our trip this weekend that we're leaving for tonight. But I figured I'd do this video real quick. It's not going to take me any time at all to do this, especially a short one like this. I'm going to keep playing with my iPad real quick to figure out how to move the videos onto it so I can use that editing software. I should have a little bit of time this weekend to work on that. I imagine there'll be time when we're sitting in a hotel doing nothing but watching TV. And so I'll do that. I'll work on this. And having it on my iPad is a little bit more convenient for me. And then I can even upload from YouTube. And what I'm really hoping for is I have unlimited data in my plan. So I'm kind of hoping that I can, say, hey, screw it, let's have the video at 1080p 60 frames per second. Who cares if it's 5-6 gigabytes of video, because now I don't have to worry about using Wi-Fi or anything to upload it. I can upload it straight through data, and I won't use any data at all. Or, I mean, it won't be an issue for me because I have unlimited data. I think I can upload without having Wi-Fi. I would hope that I could. I hope that YouTube isn't like, oh no, you need Wi-Fi to upload. Like, no, screw you, I've got unlimited data, just let me upload. So we'll see, hopefully it'll let me do it that way. That's really what I'm hoping for, is with my unlimited data, I can just upload and I can keep the videos at the quality that I like them at. My one issue that I'm going to run into, which I've already kind of talked about, is just the storage, the hard drive space. I mean, if I get real big into this, then I can look into I've got iCloud, and I can check my iCloud and see how much room I have on there, and then I can try and kind of just start using my iCloud for everything. I don't really use it. I actually turn it off because I don't care for it. But if I have enough room on there that I can put these videos on and I can use that to do them, then fuck, I'll do that instead. I don't know why it made us slow down 55 for all of, quarter miles, just so we can go back up, speed limits back up 75. I'm gonna do 60. That was kind of ridiculous, if you ask me. There's a nice day cab pulling one of the heavy haul loads. That looks pretty damn good. So I was just messing around on Newegg last night. Kind of building my dream computer, if you want, and I have no idea what happened there. I don't know if the invisible barrier of my trailer clipped that truck or what, but that was really weird. I was messing around on Newegg and was kind of building my dream computer, if you will, and it didn't have anything on it that I want to run dual graphics cards. I don't really need them. I just want them just to say I have them, but I don't need them. So I didn't really add that option in when I was playing around on Newegg. I picked the graphics card that I want, which was like a GTX 1080, which it looked like it was like the best one out right now. That's what I saw. So you know, don't shoot me. I think we're in Albuquerque. Wow, I didn't even know we passed Santa Fe yet. It was $2,500. I showed my wife, and she's like, "What? You gonna do that when the boys move out?" Like, now I'm trying to do it within the next 2 or 3 years, which it'll probably go up a little bit by then, just because of inflation and all that. And obviously, I'm not gonna be using the GTX 1080 in 2 or 3 years when I can afford to do this computer. I'll be using, whatever's out. If there's a 1100 or 1200 series by then, which I imagine there will be. I'll end up getting one of those, obviously. Probably be on like 11th or 10th gen Intel processors. But yeah, the computer was kind of right around where I figured it was going to be. I want to do I have a mid tower now. I want to do a full tower next time. I like the look of full towers. I think that they're a little bit more open, and so it doesn't all the components, all the hardware inside of it's not this isn't really smushed together, but they're all pretty close to each other, and so I think that it traps a lot of heat in there. So I want to do a full tower. I thought about doing liquid cooled, but I don't know enough about it to trust myself to do it. Wow, I'm doing 70. Should pay attention to what I'm doing. But I have like 5 fans in my computer now. I'll definitely keep that. Probably do a few more fans. Something to just keep the the processor and the graphics card and the motherboard and all that cool. Just so that way I don't overheat. That would be nice. So I've only ever seen mid towers. At schools, that's what they use for their computers. Work, that's what they use is mid towers. Everywhere I've been, it's mid towers. And I think a full tower would look a lot better, especially with the ability to have the good airflow, which is kind of crucial in gaming PCs. So hopefully not before too long I can make that dream a reality of building a new PC. This one's lasted me 5 years, and it's still running strong. I'm on a GTX 760 with 4 gigabytes of overclock, and you guys see it runs really well. Here's the truck stop I was talking about that I'm gonna pull off and check the weight, see where we're at. But there's a little scenario going on up there. But I want another computer. I think it's just kind of the nature of the beast of being in computers. Everyone wants, you always want the new, better stuff. And I don't plan on getting out of gaming for a while. I've been essentially gaming. We'll wait for the green light because I have to go pretty far out to make this turn. I've been gaming since I was like 15, and I'm 27 now, so you're talking 12 years, and I haven't stopped. I've taken little breaks here and there, but for the most part, I've always come back to it. So I'm not gonna stop, and who knows how demanding the games are gonna be in 5 years. My 5-year-old PC is running newer games flawlessly. This game was released in 15, I think it was. Maybe it was 16. I'd have to look. GTA 5 was released for PC in want to say same year I built my computer. I think it was 13. Um, but I even got like Elder Scrolls Special Edition, which was made for PC and Xbox One and PS4, so it's for the newer generation consoles as well. So I mean, it became visually more demanding. So, but I think this PC has absolutely no issues running. Wow, just slamming on the brakes. I think this PC has absolutely no issues running any game so far, and I'm gonna keep putting it through the test. I'm not gonna, you know, be like, oh, it's 5 years old. It's really outdated. It can't handle that. Nah, fuck that. We're gonna keep throwing shit at it. There's other games that I want to get that look like a lot of fun, and they may be more taxing on the hardware. It may require better hardware setup, but I think that my PC is good enough now that I'll be able to run those still, no issues. I hope that I can get on this. This is a pretty damn tight turn. We're gonna slow way the fuck down. We're gonna take this nice and slow. I think I'm gonna hit that Jersey barrier. Yep, there it is. Alright, so I wasn't able to get up on the scale to test the weight of this due to there's little barriers that are stand up on the sides, and I couldn't get the truck. I couldn't get the trailer around it. So we'll skip it. Maybe I'll get this load again sometime and jump on an actual scale, one of the DOT assigned scales, if you will, and we'll just see what it weighs then. I was really hoping to see if I could see what it is, but it's not looking like it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. But oh well. And I was gonna say, is he gonna run right into me? This trailer is not super long, but it is huge. I have diff lock on. Hopefully I can make it up this hill. I think with diff lock on I'll be fine, but I do need to turn that off. Alright, got that off. Yeah, I turned that on to kind of help me get up that little hump there in the scale, but it didn't work. Oh well. Hopefully I don't get stuck on this hill. Alright, so we kind of got stuck going up that little bit of a hill, but I got it fixed, got it figured out. Just had to reload in and get a running start, but we got it. Alright, so we're going to get back on the road. We're not too far away from Gallop. I can even look once we get on the highway and get up to speed, or get up to our 60 miles per hour, but we've got to be like, I don't know, an hour, if that, in game time from the drop. Yeah, we're an hour and 20 minutes away. It's not going to take us any time at all to get there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. A little late to mention this, but I do have a new intro outro. I kind of like this one a little bit more. You've already seen what the intro looks like. Hopefully you've already seen the intro and outro if you watched my last video where we went from, I think it was Phoenix or Flagstaff to Raton. So hopefully you guys kind of like this one a little bit more. I enjoy it a little bit more. I like the music added into it. It's not so creepy, if you will, with it being all quiet, and then you just hear the noise of that like lightning bolt coming in. So hopefully you like that a little bit more. Then I also had this one made in 1080p versus the 480, which is what the other one is. So, you know, even though like all my other videos are doing in 720p with 60 frames per second and like 4,000 megahertz or whatever it is, the intro still looks kind of shitty. So now with the intro being so good, I can bring it down a little bit, but it's still gonna look really good once it's all finished. So that was kind of my hopes with that, and I think that that's gonna work out as well. Yeah, like I said before, we're leaving tonight on our weekend getaway, if you will. Should be a good time. Hopefully gonna have a lot of fun. I'm sure the boys are going to wrestle their ass off this weekend like they always do. But it's the Montana Open, and they bring a lot of kids from all over. I want to say last year there was kids coming from like Wyoming and like Spokane, Washington, and Iowa. I think there was a couple from Missouri. Like, I don't know if every state does it. I don't know much about wrestling. I was never a wrestler. I was football was my sport. So I don't know if like every state has this open, and you know, there's parents that can afford to take their kids to all these different meets, all these different tournaments, or if like Montana is like the Northwest region, they do it, and it's kind of open to the Northwest region, and so everyone comes here for it. I don't really know how that works. I'll have to get more information on that, 'cause I'm kind of curious as to why you got kids from Missouri coming all the way to Montana, which is, it's from my front door to Kansas City, Missouri, which is in the far northwest corner, like the very northern west corner of the state. It's what, 18 hours. So, you know, if you got kids coming from St. Louis, or, you know, southern eastern part or the central part, I mean, you're talking upwards of 20-24 hours. So, we need to get over. Sometimes I hate this game and its GPS because it just does not give you enough time. Come on, let me over. Yeah, this sometimes it doesn't give you enough time to tell you, hey, your turn's coming up. I mean, I could change it, but I don't really like that, because then it's harder to see in town. Maybe I'll roll this a little bit and see. Maybe I'll get used to it, but it's harder to see the, I guess, like a little bit of what's going on, as far as like the roads and whatnot. So this intersection here, I remember this in Gallop. I've been through Gallop a few times, and I remember this intersection here. Old historical Route 66. Wow, that's pretty cool that they added that. I know SCS had done the highway here in, it's called Music Highway. It's here in New Mexico somewhere, where it plays a song. I think it's like Land of the Beautiful or something like that. In the rumble strip, you drop down to a certain speed, or for me it'd probably go up to a certain speed, and you drive on the rumble strip and you hear it. I'll have to figure out where that's at, because I remember SCS saying that they were going to add that into this, in New Mexico in the DLC. So I'll have to look at that. I think I've mentioned before that I wanted to find that. So maybe next run that'll be something that I try to do, is find that and we run over it and we see how it sounds. I'm curious. I think it'll be pretty cool. So we'll get over. So yeah, hope you guys had a great week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. With the next week coming in, I don't know how much I'm going to be on to record. I don't know how much I'm going to be on Control. We're still waiting on the updates for Script Hook, for LSPDFR. I really want to show off that all red setup that I have on the sheriff's office right now, which might end up getting moved to the police department. I don't know yet. I'm going to kind of just look at it. I may play with the police departments and see if I like it that way. But yeah, the future's unknown, so I don't really know how much I'm going to be on for anything. But we'll get it figured out, and I'm not going to stop recording. Like I said, I'm not even going to stop playing games. I love doing this. This is not necessarily my passion, but I have fun doing this. This is who I am. This is what I like doing. But, you know, thanks for sticking it out with me. You know, thanks for watching these. If you've watched all of them, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to tell your friends about me. If you guys have any suggestions or any comments or if you just want to simply tell me to shut the fuck up in the videos, leave it in the comments. I do read them. I do respond to them. I know that there were some in my earlier videos that I didn't. I just didn't realize that I had that um, for whatever reason. So I'm sorry to those few that had said something in the comments and I never said anything. I'm sorry, I just didn't realize it. But I'm going to start paying more attention to that. Uh, but yeah, leave comments, leave suggestions. If there's a load that you want to see, or a run that you want to see, or even a truck that you want me to showcase, uh, leave it in the comments and we'll see what we can do. I'm never going to say no, and we'll just do this for now. But, you know, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys want to see. Tell me what you guys want to do. And again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you next time.